Booyah!
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Lily Line Spooky Spectacular. What do toilet paper, yarn, and sticks have in common? They make a pumpkin craft! Today we're going to attempt to make some pumpkin crafts out of old shirts, toilet paper, and some sticks from your yard. Mother Nature!
What?
And we're also going to attempt to make a pumpkin craft out of styrofoam balls, yarn, and more sticks from Mother Nature.
What's the matter with you?
So let's get to the video. I'm Lillian. And I'm Caroline, and together we make Lily Line. Today we're making two awesome pumpkin crafts. One made out of styrofoam balls covered in yarn, and the second one made out of toilet paper covered in old shirts or any clothes. Before we get into that, let's talk about our Bible verse. It's found in Psalm 91:4. He will cover you with his wings. Under the feathers of his wings, you will find safety. In this craft, we're going to be covering our toilet paper in our homemade practice. In our craft today, we're covering our toilet paper rolls in our cloth, just like Jesus covers us with his wings and keeps us safe. This week's YouTube subscriber shout out goes to... This week's YouTube subscriber shout out goes to... the Rossi family and their awesome kids, Atticus and Tallulah. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be a shout out in one of our next videos.
Okay.
Check the description box below for the directions to these crafts. And follow us on Instagram at LilyLineGirls. Now let's get into the craft. Our first craft is the toilet paper pumpkin craft. All you need is your toilet paper and some fabric. We're using some old t-shirts that don't fit us anymore that have cute fabric. You can do that too. And then a little stick for the stem. We just went outside and found those in our yard. So let's get down to the craft. Hey. We went through our clothes and found some shirts that were fall themed, but we weren't gonna wear anymore. We actually ended up with a really good selection of colors. And the floral patterns were so pretty. Cut your shirts apart so you have about a 20-inch square. We weren't too sure how these were gonna turn out, but we learned a lot along the way. The different fabric types made each pumpkin unique. We're gonna go ahead and cut these sleeves right off. Don't worry, honey. This hurts me just as much as it hurts you. We're cutting out the neck because we don't want those weird elastic parts on there. Bonus! We made a little headband. We'll use that later for our Halloween costume. So we had one piece of fabric pre-measured, and we just used that as our little template. This gives a whole new meaning to V-neck shirts. This pink one actually ended up being my very favorite pumpkin. What kind of pumpkin patch grows pink pumpkins? The Lily Line Pumpkin Patch. Chop chop, let's get on with this. Let me clean that up for you. We need to get on with this. We might need this toilet paper pretty soon. This step is to unwrap your toilet paper a few times and then wrap it back up so it has a little bit more of a round pumpkin shape. The first time we made these pumpkins, we went around and rewrapped our toilet paper 10 to 12 times, but we decided that didn't look enough pumpkin-y for us. So we ended up unwrapping it about 20 times, and it looked more like a pumpkin this time. Now we just take our fabric and tuck it into the inside hole. We pulled and tugged on the fabric on the outside a little bit to make it look pretty full. I love the way this turned out with an old flannel shirt. And I'm doing my black and white checkered in the back. Just keep moving around the pumpkin and tucking it in and tucking it in and tucking it in some more. Look at those cuties. And now it's time to put in our sticks from Mother Nature.
What?
To make the stem of the pumpkin. And tuck them in real tight. We added a cute little jute bow to make this a little touchier. But while we were making our pumpkin crafts, we also made like 4 extra crafts. We have our arm warmers, a little shirt here, a headband, and a bracelet. Hooray! Did wonderful, made a craft, and accessories. Yes. These pumpkins are so cool, and now we can move on to the next craft. We're gonna start with some hand tools. You might wanna have some adult supervision for this. This is our handy dandy little styrofoam cutter. Basically, this thing just has a little wire and it warms up really hot, and then you just chop off whatever you want of styrofoam. Just don't touch it to your finger, because it'll chop that off too. You'll want to cut more styrofoam off one end than the other because, well, pumpkins, they ain't perfect.
Yeehaw!
We used a 1/2-inch spade bit to cut the hole in the smaller pumpkins.
Doesn't matter. You are the boss, though. You are a boss. Get that game face on. Be proud of your game face. Oh, Lordy, don't go to the... And then do I do it bigger or smaller? I say smaller. Get that game face. Yes. Now, set it on. Very good. It's hot. I need to fix it. Yes. You never really get it perfect. Yes. Shiny. Okay. Yours. Go in the middle. All the way straight down. And there it goes. You got it. Stop. Hang it right now. No, look, it was centered here, and then it's also do this. Fine.
Let it snow. Joy to the world. Woo, it's the family of snowmen. Dun, dun, dun. We found this really giant thing of yarn, and it also was in a really giant knot. We ended up liking the bigger yarn better because it covered a lot more space and it was soft. I love the fact that I still have my fancy schmancy bracelet on. That was such a cool bonus to our toilet paper pumpkins. The hole in the middle got a lot more crowded as we put more strings in. We used a plastic yarn needle to feed the thread through the hole. I had a little moment here when everything was just spinning out of control and nothing was straight, and I just needed it to be straight.
Super genius!
Every 4 or 5 times you thread it through, you need to squeeze it together at the top and the bottom to make sure no styrofoam is showing. We wouldn't want to let our little snowball show through. I'm taking a little break right here and doing the dab. I'm not sure what that was all about, but I'm just going to keep working on my pumpkin. You'll only want to work with about 1.5 yards of string, because the longer the string, the harder it is to pull through. Each time you start a new string, just tuck the tail in as you go. so good. The orange pumpkins were my favorite because they looked most like a real pumpkin and were super bright and colorful. Teal is kind of a peculiar color for a pumpkin, but it's still really cute. Because it's just decoration. It's not supposed to look real. Just like picking fleas off a monkey's back. I'm dangerously trying to rethread this needle with my butter knife. Don't try this at home. Once you get it all tucked away, just add your stick. 1, 2, 3. We have a mini pumpkin patch of our own. These turned out super cute and were really fun and easy to make. They're a perfect addition to our fall decor and our spooky spectacular.
Happy Halloween!
This one was super duper easy to make. This one was a little bit more difficult, but it turned out so adorable. We hope you can make these at home and tag us on Instagram when you do. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we hope you enjoyed watching this video. We'll see you next week for another spooky spectacular. Bye!